You are the kind of lover who comes once in a lifetime, the kind of presence that leaves a permanent imprint on someone's heart and soul. Your person is profoundly aware of the depth of their feelings for you, even if they once tried to ignore or suppress them. Now, those feelings are impossible for them to escape. They carry a heavy sense of shame and regret for having disregarded your emotions and for the pain they caused you, knowing deep down that your love was genuine and rare. The realization that they hurt someone who only wanted to love them has weighed on their conscience, and they often replay past moments in their mind, wishing they had acted differently. They miss you intensely, not just your presence but the comfort, understanding, and sense of belonging that only you brought into their life. To them, you are not just a former lover, you are their true love, the person they believe they may never find again. Because of this, they find themselves reaching out in subtle and sometimes indirect ways. They may send messages, react to your posts, or offer small signs meant to remind you that they still exist in your world. These gestures are their way of ensuring that they still have access to you, that the door between you has not fully closed. Even when they remain silent, they are keeping a close eye on you, watching from a distance and trying to understand where they still stand in your life. This constant awareness of you brings both comfort and anxiety. On one hand, it reassures them that you are still there, on the other, it fuels their fear of losing you for good. Your person is deeply unsettled by the thought of you giving attention to other suitors. The idea that someone else could take their place causes a mixture of jealousy, insecurity, and regret. They know they no longer have the right to claim you, yet emotionally they still feel connected to you in a way they cannot explain. What troubles them most is that you are no longer chasing them. Your absence of pursuit has forced them to confront their own feelings, and this shift in dynamic has left their mind full of conflicted thoughts. They go back and forth between wanting to reach out boldly and feeling undeserving of your response. This internal struggle creates confusion, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of restlessness they cannot seem to escape. They have also begun to notice a pattern that deeply unsettles them. Every time they do something wrong towards you, negative events seem to follow in their life. Whether it is emotional turmoil, setbacks, or a general feeling of unease, they interpret these experiences as consequences of having mistreated you. This realization has made them reflect more seriously on their actions and on the spiritual or emotional bond they feel exists between you. To them, your forgiveness has become more than a desire, it feels like a necessity. They believe that without your forgiveness, they cannot fully heal, find peace, or live a stress-free life. The weight of unresolved guilt and regret continues to disturb their inner world. Despite everything that has happened between you, your person wants you in their life permanently. They imagine a future where you are still by their side, believing that your connection is strong enough to survive past mistakes. In their heart, they feel that you belong to them, not out of ownership, but out of a deep emotional attachment that refuses to fade. They struggle to accept the possibility that what they once had with you might be gone forever. Instead, they cling to the hope that love like yours does not disappear, that it simply waits for the right moment to be restored. Without your love and presence, they feel burdened and broken. Life feels heavier, quieter, and less meaningful to them now. The joy, motivation, and emotional security they once experienced with you are noticeably absent, leaving behind a sense of emptiness they cannot fill with distractions or other connections. They are learning, perhaps too late, how much your love truly meant and how deeply it shaped their sense of self. Even in moments when they try to move forward, your memory lingers, reminding them of what they lost and what they still long for. In this state, they are left carrying the weight of regret, hope, and love, all intertwined, quietly wishing for forgiveness, reconciliation, and the chance to finally cherish you the way they always should have. I wish I could talk to you and tell you everything I am feeling right now, because there are so many thoughts and emotions inside me that never seem to quiet down. Every time I close my eyes, I imagine you standing right next to me, just as you used to be, and for a brief moment it feels real enough to ease the ache in my chest. I replay memories of us in my mind, the small moments, the quiet conversations, the way your presence alone made everything feel lighter. When I walked away, I truly believed I could understand and accept your absence. I told myself I was strong enough to handle the distance, that time would make it easier, and that I would eventually learn how to live without you. But instead of becoming stronger, I found myself feeling emptier with each passing day, more aware of how alone I truly am without you by my side. You took care of me in a way that felt natural and unconditional, almost like a family member would. You never made me feel like I was too much or not enough. You created a space where I could exist comfortably, without fear of judgment or rejection. You made me feel safe, understood, and valued, even during the times when I struggled to express myself. I was so emotionally closed off back then, guarded by walls I had built from past pain and fear, yet somehow you still saw me clearly. You understood me in ways I didn't even understand myself, and you never demanded that I change who I was to deserve your care. That kind of connection feels rare, and now that you're gone, I realize just how precious it truly was. I honestly don't believe I will ever find someone as wonderful as you. Not because I am unwilling to open my heart again, but because what we shared felt unique, something that cannot simply be replaced. You brought warmth into my life during moments when I felt cold and disconnected from the world. You listened when I needed to be heard and stayed even when I didn't know how to ask you to. The absence you've left behind isn't just a missing person, it's a missing sense of belonging, a missing comfort that nothing else seems to fill. Sometimes, when words fail me, I send you messages through songs. I listen to lyrics that echo everything I wish I could say out loud, hoping that somehow you might feel them too. Those songs carry my love, my regret, and my longing, serving as reminders of how deeply I still care for you and how much I miss you. Being so far away from you has forced me to confront feelings I once tried to ignore. Distance has a way of revealing truths, and the truth I've come to realize is that you mean so much more to me than I ever allowed myself to admit before. I know I have made many mistakes, more than I wish I had. I replay them in my mind constantly, wondering how things might have turned out if I had acted differently or been more honest with my feelings. I want you to know that I never intended to hurt you. Causing you pain was never my goal, and the guilt I carry for what I did weighs heavily on me every day. You may never truly know how terrible I feel about it, how deeply I regret the choices that led to this distance between us. If I could take it all back, if I could choose again with the clarity I have now, I would do things so differently. I find myself looking for you everywhere I go, even in places I know you won't be. In crowded rooms, quiet streets, familiar corners of my day, there's always a part of me hoping to catch a glimpse of you or feel your presence again. But no matter where I am or who I'm with, I don't feel that same connection I once felt with you. Conversations feel shallow, laughter feels incomplete, and relationships feel distant, as if something essential is missing. The bond we shared set a standard I didn't even realize existed, and now I can't help but compare everything to it. Despite the pain, I am grateful for what we had. Loving you taught me things about myself that I might never have learned otherwise. It showed me that I am capable of caring deeply, of forming a connection that goes beyond words and explanations. Even though it hurts to miss you, even though the longing feels overwhelming at times, I know that what we shared was real and meaningful. And no matter how far apart we are now, a part of my heart will always hold space for you, remembering you not just as someone I lost, but as someone who truly mattered. Karmic situations are steadily falling away from your life because you have reached a point where you hold yourself to a much higher standard than before. You are no longer willing to settle for cycles, behaviors, or connections that drain you or limit your growth. This shift has created a powerful ripple effect, not only within you but also within your connection with your partner. Your partner deeply desires this same level of self-respect, clarity, and emotional maturity for themselves, even if they are still in the process of learning how to fully embody it. By choosing growth and self-alignment, you are unconsciously teaching them what is possible, simply by being who you are. You have far more influence over your partner than you may realize. Right now, they observe you closely, paying attention to how you move, how you carry yourself, and how you continue to rise despite challenges. They see your resilience, your discipline, and your ability to stay grounded in your truth. From their perspective, you appear to always get what you want, not because things are handed to you, but because you believe in yourself enough to go after what aligns with you. This confidence is incredibly attractive to them. It highlights their own potential while also reminding them of where they still need to grow, which can be both inspiring and intimidating at the same time. The abundance and positive changes you are experiencing are not accidental. They are a direct reflection of the work you have put into yourself, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You have earned this season of reward. You have learned lessons, released old patterns, and made difficult choices in favor of your long-term well-being. The universe is responding accordingly, opening doors and bringing opportunities that match the energy you now carry. You deserve every bit of the success, peace, and fulfillment that is unfolding for you, even if others struggle to keep up with the pace of your evolution. Meanwhile, your partner is working diligently behind the scenes. They are putting in effort to create a solid and stable foundation before stepping forward. This may look like emotional self-work, career focus, financial planning, or inner healing that they know must be completed first. Their patience is not avoidance, it is strategy. They are thinking carefully, measuring their next steps, and trying to ensure that when they do come forward, they are able to offer something real and lasting rather than something rushed or incomplete. Still, this process is not easy for them. The separation between you weighs heavily on your partner. They do not enjoy the distance, and it is especially difficult for them to witness you moving ahead in your life without them physically by your side. Seeing you thrive independently brings up a mix of emotions: pride, admiration, longing, and at times fear of being left behind. They know how hard they worked to build this connection with you, and watching you continue to grow without them can feel painful, even though they understand on a deeper level that this growth is necessary for both of you. For you, however, this is a time of harvest. After years of effort, self-reflection, and perseverance, you are finally reaping the fruits of your labor. You are no longer waiting for validation, support, or fulfillment from anyone else. You have learned how to meet your own needs and fill your own cup. This sense of emotional self-sufficiency has brought you peace and confidence. You are grounded in who you are, secure in your worth, and comfortable standing alone if needed. Ironically, this independence makes your connection even stronger, because it is no longer rooted in lack or dependency. You and your partner are deeply aligned at a soul level. You are their perfect match not because you complete them, but because you reflect what is possible when someone chooses growth, authenticity, and self-love. Your presence challenges them to rise, to heal, and to step into their best self. This connection is not lost, only paused for necessary growth. Time is working in your favor, even if it does not always feel that way in the present moment. The period of silence and distance will not last forever. The time is not far off when your partner will come forward with honesty and vulnerability, ready to speak many truths that have been held back. When that moment arrives, it will be built on clarity rather than confusion, and intention rather than fear. Until then, continue honoring your journey, trusting your growth, and allowing yourself to receive the abundance you have worked so hard to create.